In the wild, danger doesn't always come from the ground. Some of the most lethal predators strike from above silent. Birds of prey can end a hunt in seconds. What you're about to witness are the most unbelievable bird of prey attacks ever caught on camera. Real moments where survival is decided before the prey even knows it's being watched. Let's dive into it. This footage was filmed in St. James's Park, where a flock of pelicans unexpectedly moved toward a group of pigeons. Without warning, one pelican struck, trapping an unlucky pigeon inside its massive throat pouch. Even while caught, the pigeon struggled desperately to escape. Pelicans often shake their heads to subdue prey and reposition it for swallowing a behavior normally used on fish. Though rare, birds can sometimes be taken this way. It's a natural act, but one that ends in a brutally unforgiving way. The fox is fully focused on its hunt, unaware a predator in the sky has already locked on. From high above, the eagle detects the slightest movement. In an instant, it dives. The fox senses danger and bolts, but it's already too late. Eagles can strike at speeds exceeding 150 kilometers per hour, and once a target is chosen, there's rarely a second chance. High in the Arabian mountains, a family of eagles circles above the cliffs, patiently scanning the ground below. On the rocks beneath them, a rock rat moves cautiously. The first chase is tense, but neither side gains the upper hand. The eagles don't rush the attack. Instead, they adapt. One eagle drops lower, drawing the prey's attention, while another climbs higher, placing itself directly against the sun. Blinded by the glare, the rock rat never sees the danger coming. In a split second, the eagle dives from above, talons locking onto the prey. The hunt ends almost instantly, and the rock rat is carried back to the nest. Even intelligent crows aren't always safe from danger. Without warning, one is violently attacked by a large seagull. Crows are highly social, and another rushes in immediately, cawing loudly, trying to drive the attacker away. But seagulls can be brutally aggressive, especially once they've locked onto a vulnerable target. The struggle draws the attention of a nearby man who runs in to intervene. Sadly, the help comes too late. The crow does not survive. while resting along the shoreline. This heron quickly spots a young duck and strikes without warning. The duckling struggles desperately, but escape is impossible. Herons often subdue prey by dipping it into the water, both to weaken resistance and to align the body for swallowing. This repeated dunking can also drown the prey, making it easier to handle. Once the duckling is fully subdued, the heron calmly swallows it whole, an efficient hunting method perfected by long-necked wading birds. This hungry heron takes advantage of an opportunity. Ambushing a family of ducks, one duckling is snatched almost instantly. The mother tries to fight back, but the size difference is overwhelming. Herons are powerful, fast-striking predators, and their long beaks are designed to seize and control prey in a split second. Ducks, especially ducklings, stand little chance against such an attack.
He likes to perch on the roof.
The seagull stands perfectly still, sharp eyes tracking every movement below. Its target's pigeons are busy, foraging completely unaware of the danger overhead. Slowly and silently, the seagull drops into position. Then, without warning, it strikes, grabbing a pigeon and dragging it straight into the water. In this environment, the pigeon is instantly at a disadvantage. Despite frantic struggling, escape is impossible. The seagull pecks relentlessly, maintaining control until the movement finally stops. Only then does it haul the carcass back onto land and feed calmly. Large albatrosses are often called airborne battleships. They don't hunt birds for meat, but for something far more valuable, the prey carried in the beaks of tropical birds returning from a successful hunt. These birds are masters of aerial harassment. Attacking from behind, they close the distance relentlessly, pushing their targets off balance. While tropical birds are fast and agile, carrying fish severely reduces their speed and maneuverability, creating a critical weakness. Under constant pressure, many are forced to drop their catch just to escape. Only once they reach the safety of coastal cliffs can they finally hold on to their hard-earned meal. In the frozen Antarctic penguin, chicks are protected by their mothers when they're small. But as they grow and can no longer fit inside the brood pouch, survival depends on the colony. The chicks huddle tightly together, forming a living shield that shares warmth and conserves energy against brutal winds while the adults leave to forage. But this strategy has a weakness. Large seagulls move in, probing the group and searching for any sign of vulnerability. Just in time, an adult penguin returns, charging the attackers and driving them away. This greedy seagull takes its chance, ambushing a flock of pigeons near the lakeshore.
Now he manages to grab a pigeon by the neck.
In a sudden burst of speed, it grabs one unlucky bird. The pigeon struggles violently as the gull tries to drown it, but the fight isn't over.
But amazingly, it manages to struggle free.
After several frantic moments of flapping and resistance, the pigeon breaks free and escapes.
To struggle free.
This video was recorded on Skellig Michael, where a seagull is seen capturing a large rabbit and attempting to swallow it whole.
Oh my God! Eating a rabbit.
Because you've never seen a rabbit, go on.
It's not a seagull, is it? It isn't.
I should actually.
The gull repeatedly shakes the rabbit to fully subdue it, a common technique birds use to exhaust or kill prey before feeding. What makes this moment so shocking is the scale. Gulls are highly opportunistic feeders and are capable of consuming prey that can approach or even exceed half their own body weight.
Oh my God! That's what actually do it. 500 years. Holy God! Look like it. Oh! Holy!
This mother barn owl was resting in her nest when a kestrel suddenly intruded. Instinctively, the owl launched a fierce attack to defend her territory. The kestrel fought back, but it was quickly outmatched by the owl's larger size and powerful wings. Barn owls become extremely aggressive while nesting, especially when eggs or chicks are nearby. What followed was an intense aerial confrontation and repeated standoffs that lasted over half an hour. In the end, the kestrel gave up and retreated, leaving the owl in control of her nest. Every day, albatrosses leave their nests flying dozens of kilometers out to sea in search of food. They can carry multiple fish in their beaks at once, an essential adaptation for feeding chicks waiting back home. But catching prey isn't the hardest part. The real challenge begins on the return. Opportunistic seagulls are already watching. They don't need to hunt, they just need to be faster and more aggressive. Only albatrosses that sprint straight back to their nests at full speed manage to keep their hard-earned meal. Even pigeons can become targets for seagulls. Once a gull locks on it, grips its prey tightly, using its strong, sharp beak to strike repeatedly and end the struggle as fast as possible. The pigeon fights desperately, but the gull's persistence and raw aggression leave little room for escape.
Yeah, it could.
Few people realize that seagulls are highly opportunistic omnivores. When fish are scarce, they readily turn to smaller birds, relying on endurance and violence to secure the energy they need to survive. This sparrowhawk has just ambushed a cuckoo and now holds the advantage. The cuckoo struggles violently, refusing to give up, but escape is nearly impossible. Sparrowhawks are built for aerial surprise, using rapid acceleration and razor-sharp talons to lock prey in place within seconds. Once those talons close, the grip is relentless, designed to pin down smaller birds mid-flight. In encounters like this, the balance shifts instantly. And sadly for the cuckoo, survival becomes highly unlikely. This blue heron gets lucky when it spots a group of large meadow voles near a pond and begins stalking with slow, deliberate steps. In a sudden strike, it snatches one of the smaller voles. To gain control and make swallowing easier, the heron repeatedly dips the struggling rodent into the water. Moments later, the bird targets an even larger vole. Meadow voles may be small, but they fight fiercely, forcing predators to act quickly. Remarkably, this opportunistic hunter consumes 2 large voles in a single feeding, maximizing every chance to fuel its high-energy lifestyle. A sparrowhawk gets lucky after catching a wood pigeon, but the victory doesn't last long. Two magpies quickly move in, harassing the raptor from all sides. They aren't trying to save the pigeon, they're attempting to deny the sparrowhawk its meal. The scene mirrors a lion feeding while being pressured by scavenging hyenas.
He's starting to pluck it now.
But the sparrowhawk holds its ground. Eventually, the magpies back off and fly away, leaving the sparrowhawk to feed in peace. At least for now. 11. This peregrine falcon has just caught a crow and struggles fiercely to subdue it as the crow fights back with everything it has. But once locked in the falcon's powerful talons, escape is nearly impossible. This life-and-death struggle drags on for nearly 30 minutes, with the crow slowly losing strength under relentless pressure. Eventually, the falcon fully overpowers its prey and drags it away to feed in solitude. This cormorant gets lucky when it catches a massive carp and prepares to claim its reward, but the fish is almost too large to handle. Cormorants must swallow fish head first to avoid choking. And when the catch is this big, positioning is everything. After a long struggle and carefully adjusting its grip, the bird finally finds the perfect angle. With one determined gulp, the carp disappears. A risky meal, but one that delivers a huge payoff in the wild. This seagull ambushes a rabbit right at the entrance of its den and immediately begins to swallow it. The rabbit struggles briefly, but the gull quickly gains control. Gulls are highly opportunistic feeders, and their throats are far more elastic than most people realize. This allows them to consume prey much larger than expected, especially when competition is high and food opportunities are rare. During the crane's long 1,000-kilometer migration, even a single moment of carelessness can be fatal. And in the Hamian Mountains, that moment becomes an opportunity. Two golden eagles react instantly, breaking the formation and isolating one crane from the flock. Cranes have wide wings and incredible endurance, but golden eagles rely on something far deadlier: explosive dive speed, capable of ending a chase in seconds. With no space left to escape, the crane is seized by sharp talons. Another silent killer of the natural world is the grey heron. At first glance, it appears slow and calm, but in reality, it's a hunter built for precision. The heron stands completely motionless, tracking every movement below. Then, in a split second, it strikes. The mouse struggles desperately, but the heron's long, rigid beak locks in place, leaving no chance of escape. Within seconds, the struggle ends. The heron lifts its prize and walks away. Two adult swans stand guard over their chick, fully aware that seagulls are opportunistic predators. Despite their elegant appearance, breeding swans can weigh over 12 kilograms and become fiercely territorial when their young are threatened. As gulls circle overhead, searching for an opening, the parents remain on constant alert. Any bird that flies too close is met with aggressive wing displays and warning strikes. Then, in an instant, the swans surge forward, attacking with powerful wing beats and sharp pecks. The gull is stunned and briefly immobilized. Injured but alive, it manages to retreat, flying off with a hard lesson learned. A sparrowhawk gets lucky after catching a wood pigeon, but the victory doesn't last long. Two magpies quickly move in, harassing the raptor from all sides. They aren't trying to save the pigeon, they're attempting to deny the sparrowhawk its meal. The scene mirrors a lion feeding while being pressured by scavenging hyenas.
He's starting to pluck it now.
But the sparrowhawk holds its ground. Eventually, the magpies back off and fly away, leaving the sparrowhawk to feed in peace. At least for now. 11. This peregrine falcon has just caught a crow and struggles fiercely to subdue it as the crow fights back with everything it has. But once locked in the falcon's powerful talons, escape is nearly impossible. This life-and-death struggle drags on for nearly 30 minutes, with the crow slowly losing strength under relentless pressure. Eventually, the falcon fully overpowers its prey and drags it away to feed in solitude. This mother eagle rests beside her chicks, unaware that danger is closing in. A bold hawk suddenly attacks the nest. Despite fierce resistance, the intruder keeps returning, pressing the assault. In a devastating moment, both chicks are taken, slipping beyond the mother's reach. She returns to an empty nest, defeated and distressed. In the wild, reproduction keeps a species alive, but survival is never guaranteed. What happens when both predator and prey are lightning fast? This rabbit dodges again and again, reading every movement of its pursuer with perfect timing. Above it, the goshawk struggles to secure a clean grip in midair. Each sharp turn and last-second escape pushes the predator closer to frustration. After countless attempts, the hawk finally succeeds. Against difficult prey, every victory is earned, not given. Antarctic gulls pose a serious threat to penguin colonies, especially when chicks are left exposed. They exploit a critical weakness when penguins fail to group together and form a protective barrier around their young. In this moment, a determined chick tries to escape toward the water, searching for even the smallest chance of survival. But the gull doesn't give up easily. Just in time, the parents intervene and guiding the chick back to safety. In harsh landscapes with scarce food like Antarctica egg and chick theft is a grim reality. This female rockhopper penguin fiercely guards her eggs as a brown squaw approaches.
Actually picking back a bit.
The penguin protests loudly, but the predator remains eerily silent.
Lower left-hand corner. No carver makes the lunch in the school. Tries to go. And there's a good chance of the egg getting...
That silence is calculated. In one swift, precise move, the squaw snatches an egg and escapes. In an environment this unforgiving, predators can't afford mistakes, and nature shows no mercy. Only perfection in survival. Large albatrosses, often called airborne battleships, they don't hunt birds for meat, but for something far more valuable, the prey carried in the beaks of tropical birds returning from a successful hunt. They are masters of aerial harassment. They attack from behind, closing in relentlessly and forcing their targets off balance. While tropical birds are fast and agile, carrying fish dramatically reduces their speed and maneuverability, a critical weakness. Under intense pressure, many are forced to drop their catch just to escape. Only when they reach the safety of coastal cliffs can they keep hold of their hard-earned meal. Another example of this behavior appears when a fast-moving heron catches an unsuspecting dove. In just a few seconds of inattention, the dove turns into an easy meal as it recovers from the initial shock. The dove struggles violently, but that only worsens its fate. Rapid movements cause its wings to break, leaving it helpless. The heron then drags the bird into a nearby puddle and drowns it with ease. Grey-headed bush shrikes are fierce predators, known to attack almost anything they can overpower. In this moment, one boldly takes on a snake twice its size, carefully striking while keeping clear of the snake's highly venomous fangs. The snake attempts to flee, but the bush shrike is relentless, with repeated, precise attacks. The bird delivers fatal blows long before the snake can recover.
Are you looking, Bub?
No, I can't watch.
Did you bring him?
Outmatched and weakened, the snake never stands a chance.
You got trapped out here?
You know that snake coffin? The bird's orange-breasted
Today's
snowbroken.
predator can easily become tomorrow's prey, and the cycle never stops.
It's like coffee tea on me. Coffee tea.
When a blue heron waits to ambush, it becomes motionless like a statue, patiently scanning the area. It spots a squirrel and calculates the moment. Then, in a sudden strike, the prey is seized. The squirrel struggles desperately, fighting to break free. But the heron's grip is firm and unforgiving. Escape isn't an option. Before feeding, the heron dips its catch into the water, softening it to make swallowing easier. This behavior reflects problem-solving ability, often seen in highly intelligent species. On Bird Island, South Georgia, a brown skua attempts to steal the eggs of a northern giant petrel. It's a risky move. The petrel is no passive victim, but a powerful predator capable of killing penguins. The skua circles the nest, probing for a weak point, but the petrel stands firm, defending its eggs with a heavy. Frustrated and unable to break through, the skua resorts to tugging at the petrel's wing before finally giving up and flying off. In the end, the thief leaves empty-handed. This baby Gwangi gull lost its greatest protection the moment its mother disappeared. Too small to defend itself. It panicked, fleeing blindly, even from its own kind. The attacking seagull showed no hesitation. With cold indifference, it struck again and again, targeting the helpless chick. Each attack drained what little strength remained, until resistance was gone. a rabbit unknowingly strays into the strike range of a grey heron standing perfectly still, like a statue. In the blink of an eye, the predator lunges. A lightning-fast, precise strike instantly immobilizes the rabbit. Without urgency, the heron steps back, calmly repositioning its grip. Then, with slow and deliberate movements, it swallows the prey whole. It's a chilling moment, proof that in nature, patience and precision can be far more terrifying than speed. This footage captures a rare and dramatic moment. 3 male cheetahs locked in a fierce fight, most likely over a female or a contested stretch of territory. But the sound of their struggle draws the worst possible attention. A nearby male lion hears the commotion and immediately charges toward it. One cheetah hesitates for just a fraction of a second, and that delay proves fatal. Tragically, the outnumbered cheetah doesn't survive. This exhausted hippo accidentally wanders straight into a pride of lions while they're resting.
Thank God.
The lions react instantly, rising to their feet and spreading out to surround it from every direction.
Attempted hunt, Bruce.
For a moment, the hippo freezes, because even a creature this massive knows how dangerous lions can be on land. In the chaos, the hippo finally breaks through the circle and charges toward the river. A stranded crocodile finds itself cornered and attacked by a pride of hungry lions. Lions often hunt cooperatively to bring down large and dangerous prey, and here we see that teamwork in action. Crocodiles are built for explosive power in water, not for defending against multiple attackers on open ground. Their speed drops dramatically once they're away from the water's edge, and without the ability to launch into a death roll or use submerged momentum, they lose most of their combat advantage. A leopard is quietly stalking a coalition of 3 cheetahs, likely a mother and her 2 young cubs. With their attention divided, the cheetahs are caught completely off guard.
No.
When the leopard suddenly explodes into a charge and seizes one of the cubs, the mother desperately tries to defend it, but she's severely outmatched. Leopards are powerful ambush predators, capable of taking down prey several times their own weight, and they often target cheetah cubs to remove future competition. This lone crocodile finds itself surrounded by a pride of lions, after coming ashore to sunbathe. But it chose the wrong spot.
You drew my pair, Manzi.
On land, a crocodile is completely outmatched. Its agility drops to a fraction of what it can achieve in water. Lions understand this advantage instinctively. Their strategy is simple: dominate the ground and force the crocodile into a defensive retreat. Realizing the danger, the crocodile spins around and makes a desperate dash toward the dam. This lone honey badger is being attacked by 3 young leopards, yet it refuses to back down. Their skin is incredibly thick and flexible, making it difficult for large predators to get a solid grip. After a flurry of furious counterattacks, it finally breaks free. And in a fearless display of dominance, the honey badger doesn't retreat. It turns around and charges straight at the young leopards, forcing them to back off.
Issues.
This video captures a massive herd of buffalo gathered near a waterhole.
Yes, my sweetheart. Just hang on, my sweetie.
Suddenly, the entire group surges forward, and their target is a lone lioness. She likely attempted to isolate a weak or young buffalo, but the hunt went terribly wrong. When a buffalo herd decides to defend itself, the response is overwhelming and incredibly coordinated. A buffalo's horns can deliver enough force to flip a lion into the air, and their thick frontal shield, called a boss, makes adult males especially difficult to attack. Within seconds, the lioness is surrounded, trampled, and gored to death.
Yeah.
This video shows a male lion crouching low, inching closer to a young hippo. Lions rely heavily on stealth, like this, often getting within just a few meters before launching an attack, because a failed chase can cost them enormous amounts of energy. He launches forward with explosive power and clamps down with incredible bite force. While hippos are usually far too large and dangerous to hunt, adults can easily crush a lion with a single bite. A juvenile is one of the few opportunities a lion can take. This footage captures a crocodile caught in the worst possible place, right in the middle of an enraged pod of hippos. And things escalate almost instantly. Hippos rarely tolerate intruders near their calves or territory, and crocodiles are often attacked on sight for simply getting too close. The hippos charge, relentlessly biting and slamming into the crocodile with their full weight. Yet somehow this crocodile manages to break free, slipping back into deeper water. This lone lioness wanders too far and accidentally steps into hyena territory. The hyenas swarm her, immediately snapping from every direction. But lions rarely stay alone for long. A lioness's distress calls can travel over a kilometer across the savannah, and within moments, her pride hears the commotion and charges in. Lions rely heavily on social bonds. Each member of the pride responds to threats instantly, and this time, the lioness's backup arrives just in time. Two young lions attempt to take down a wildebeest after successfully isolating it from the herd. At first, the hunt seems straightforward until the wildebeest suddenly fights back. Wildebeest may look like easy prey, but a full-grown adult can weigh over 250 kilograms and deliver powerful horn strikes capable of breaking a predator's bones. Despite repeated attempts to wear it down, the lions are eventually forced to back off. This video captures a dramatic moment as a tiger launches a full attack on a sloth bear. Tigers are incredibly powerful hunters, capable of dragging prey several times their own weight and delivering bites strong enough to crush bone. Normally, a solitary sloth bear would stand little chance, but this time the bear refuses to surrender. The bear's furious charge completely flips the situation. Caught off guard by its aggression, the tiger has no choice but to retreat toward the lake. This lone leopard approaches a troop of baboons on the road, attempting to isolate a vulnerable target. But this time, the moment it launched its attack, the baboons responded as a coordinated unit. A troop can contain dozens of individuals, and when threatened, adult males with canine teeth nearly as long as a leopard's claws will immediately rush forward. Fortunately for him, baboons rarely pursue fleeing predators over long distances, which gives the leopard a narrow but life-saving chance to escape.
They hunted the leopard away. Holy! And then...
This video captures a tense standoff as a lioness and her cub are cornered by a pack of wild dogs. African wild dogs rely on teamwork and endurance to overwhelm their prey, but they avoid direct clashes with big cats because a single injury can end their hunting ability, and without the pack, they cannot survive. Realizing the risk, the dogs eventually pull back and keep their distance. This rare footage shows a young male elephant suddenly rushing toward a weakened buffalo. The elephant appears highly agitated, repeatedly pushing the animal before abruptly stopping. Moments later, its behavior changes, and it slowly withdraws from the scene. Observations like this are often linked to young male elephants that have become separated from their herd. Without the presence of older bulls to provide guidance and social control, young males may display unusually aggressive or unpredictable behavior, sometimes directing it toward other animals without a clear purpose. This rare footage shows an elephant calmly drinking at a waterhole when the moment is unexpectedly disrupted by a fearless honey badger.
It's not really bothered, is it?
No.
Even as the elephant steps away, the much smaller animal continues to follow, repeatedly attempting to claim the space for itself. During the encounter, the honey badger is pushed aside several times by the towering elephant, yet it continues to return without hesitation. A honey badger weighs roughly 15 kilograms, while an elephant can exceed 1,000 kilograms, making the size difference extraordinary. Despite this imbalance, persistence proves decisive.
Isn't it? And the force of that.
Eventually, the elephant chooses to move off, avoiding further confrontation, and the honey badger is left to reclaim the waterhole.
It doesn't look as though there's a feather been knocked out. No. Don't worry about his poor foot.
An agitated elephant slowly approaches a pair of rhinos occupying a nearby waterhole. The mother rhino steps forward, attempting to hold her ground and signal a warning to protect her calf. Instead of deterring the elephant, the display intensifies the tension. The elephant responds by forcefully advancing, pushing the mother rhino to retreat. Even after the rhinos turn and flee, the elephant continues to follow, ensuring they are driven well away from the area.
He doesn't have to explain himself. He's the king of the jungle.
This rare footage captures a young elephant growing frustrated as a group of hippos takes over his preferred pool. The situation unfolds differently than he expects. Each time the elephant advances, the hippos rush onto the shore, only to slip back into the water. Moments later, at one point, the elephant even redirects his irritation toward a younger hippo. Young elephants often test boundaries and attempt to assert dominance, but they lack the experience needed to manage large, coordinated groups like hippos. After several unsuccessful efforts, the elephant's interest fades, and he eventually withdraws, leaving the pool behind. A pack of wild dogs encounters an unusually large gathering of hippos clustered around a drying waterhole. With limited space and few escape routes, tension builds, and the scene briefly presents an opportunity too tempting to ignore. The dogs move in and manage to draw one hippo away from the group. As the situation develops, a herd of elephants arrives in search of water. When water is scarce, elephants are known to be highly intolerant of nearby predators, and few animals are willing to remain in the path of an advancing elephant. Sensing the shift immediately, the wild dogs abandon their attempt and scatter, leaving the waterhole behind. This footage captures a tense moment as a male elephant moves aggressively toward a young calf.
That's a bull.
The situation escalates quickly, but the mother steps in, positioning herself to divert the male's attention. For a brief moment, it appears the danger has passed. However, the male returns once again, attempting to reach the calf.
Is it just to show his strength, or do you think it's his own? Or no?
At a critical point, several adult females intervene, surrounding the area and drawing the male away. Their coordinated response creates an opening, allowing the calf to move to safety. A bull elephant approaches the water, only to find his path blocked by a group of hippos. At first, he calmly advances, prompting most of the hippos to move away. One young hippo, however, is left behind and forced to cope on its own. As the elephant's frustration builds, he turns his attention toward the calf, appearing to assert dominance rather than retreat. The young hippo's movements seem to further unsettle him, increasing the tension. After several intense moments, the calf finally finds an opening and slips back into deeper water, successfully putting distance between itself and the elephant. This footage shows a rhino trapped in a waterhole, unable to free itself as a pride of lions gathers nearby. The situation draws sudden attention when a herd of elephants arrives, charging forward and forcing the lions to pull back. One young elephant in particular lingers behind, repeatedly attempting to assist the stranded rhino by nudging and pushing from different angles. Despite these efforts, the rhino remains immobilized, unable to regain footing. Eventually, the elephants move on and the lions cautiously return. Working together, they take advantage of the rhino's weakened position. With no way out, the struggle comes to an end beneath the surface of the water. A giraffe lowers itself to drink at a pond when the situation suddenly shifts. A male elephant approaches, slowly appearing visibly agitated and signaling discomfort with the giraffe's presence. As the tension builds, the elephant forces the giraffe to retreat. In a sudden escalation, the elephant makes forceful contact, leaving the giraffe injured before it manages to move away. An adult giraffe can weigh close to 1 ton, yet the elephant is able to lift it off its feet, an unmistakable display of strength. A group of tourists moves closer to a bull elephant, unaware that the distance may feel threatening to the animal. Suddenly, the elephant turns and advances, signaling a clear warning to keep away. Recognizing the risk, the guide reacts quickly, steering the boat away and restoring a safe distance. Elephants require a wide personal space, and when that boundary is crossed, they may respond defensively. The moment serves as a reminder that respecting space is essential when observing wildlife, especially animals capable of reacting in an instant. A young elephant finds itself isolated from the herd, drawing the attention of a pride of lions looking for an opening. At first, the situation appears to favor the predators, but the encounter unfolds differently than expected. The young elephant refuses to panic, standing its ground and responding with surprising resolve.
Another lion over there. Look. No, don't come out. No.
As it moves steadily toward the river, it pushes the lions back, forcing them to give space. A few attempt to follow, but they are quickly discouraged. In the end, determination and size work in the elephant's favor, allowing it to break free and move out of danger.
Where are the other elephants? God's...
Male elephants usually live solitary lives, but the arrival of the mating season changes that pattern. As they begin approaching herds of females, competition intensifies, and confrontations like this become more common. In this case, two bulls have been testing each other's strength for several days, neither willing to yield ground. These encounters are driven by endurance and dominance rather than speed, and the pressure can be extreme, sometimes even resulting in damaged tusks. Eventually, the standoff reaches its conclusion. One elephant prevails and earns access to the females, while the other withdraws, moving on in search of another opportunity.